Good evening, social media. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Wednesday, March 18th, 2015, around 7:04 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. Very, very windy out today, and it did not get above freezing. Some news to report. Boston Red Sox beat the Minnesota Twins today by a score of 3-2 in spring training action. Tomorrow and Friday, if you're going to any 99 restaurant, and if you're sitting at the bar, there are $5 burgers. All burgers are $5 at the bar. I'll probably be going to the 99s on Friday, sit at the bar to get the burgers for $5. I think this is a promotion because of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. And tonight, for the games I'm predicting Northern Florida beats Robert Morris, and I'm also picking Dayton beating up against Boise State. And that's about it on the news. And one more thing, Donald Trump is thinking about running for president of the United States in 2016. Says he's got no chance of getting the nomination, in my opinion. Also, anyway, my third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. I'm continuing on the week about great Montreal Expos and great Montreal Canadiens players. Tonight's subject is about one of the most famous Montreal Expos players of all time. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm talking about Andre Dawson, the Hawk outfielder. Andre played most of his career with the Expos, his first 11 seasons in the big leagues with the Montreal Expos. Andre was born and he grew up in Miami, Florida, and he was drafted by the Expos in the 11th round of the 1975 Major League Baseball draft as an outfielder. And he played only 1.5 seasons in the minor leagues. And he got called up, and he made his Major League debut on September 11th, 1976 with the Expos. He played his first 11 seasons with the Expos. Then he played for the Cubs, Red Sox, and Marlins, playing 21 seasons overall in the major leagues as an outfielder. He was 1977 NL Rookie of the Year. He was a great defensive outfielder. He won 8 Gold Gloves. He won 4 Silver Slugger Awards. He was a runner-up in the 1983 National League Most Valuable Player. 13 years he had 20 or more home runs in a season. 4 times he had 100 or more RBIs. And 7 times he stole 20 or more bases. Andre Dawson was a 5-2 player. 5 times he had a 300 batting average. And 2 times he scored 100 or more runs in a season. Andre Dawson was probably one of the most premier players in the National League during the 80s. And he was a cornerstone for the Montreal Expos, along with Gary Carter and Tim Raines as a core of the Expos, which they were going to be the team of the 80s in Major League Baseball, but they only made the postseason once and stuff. And Andre Dawson had very bad knees because he played the majority of his career at Olympic Stadium, which had very bad, it was artificial turf. The Expos could not afford him, so at the end of the 1986 season, he was not offered a new contract by the Expos. He was trying to find a new team to play for, but this is around the time they had collusion in Major League Baseball. And the collusion was the owners were trying to sign players who were free agents to as little money as possible. And became close to spring training in 1987. Andre did not have a team. He like his agent called many teams, but they weren't really interested except one, the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs offered a blank contract to Andre Dawson, and he filled out the amount, $500,000. $500,000 today is the minimum a Major League Baseball player could make at all. So, and Andre Dawson had an awesome year in 1987. He hit 49 home runs. He drove in over 134 RBIs. And he was the National League's most valuable player for our last place team. The Cubs finished in last place in 1987. And he signed a long-term extension after the season, and he played 5 more seasons with the Cubs, and he had solid seasons with the Cubs, and he made a few more All-Star teams, and he appeared in the 1989 postseason for the Cubs because they won the National League Eastern Division title, but they didn't make the World Series. And by the time Andre was 1992, his knees were shot and stuff, but he still wanted to play baseball. He signed with the Red Sox for 2 seasons as a designated hitter. He was pretty productive, but he missed a lot of time due to knee injuries and stuff. In 1995, he became part-time outfielder, 4th outfielder for the Florida Marlins, which was his hometown, and he played 2 seasons with them. He retired after the 1996 season, and Andre Dawson's career stats were .279, 438 home runs, 1,591 RBIs, and 2,774 hits. He was nicknamed the Hawk, and his number 10 was retired by the Expos, and Andre Dawson's name came up on the Hall of Fame ballot for the first time in 2002, and he got a decent amount of percentage of the vote, 5%, which was pretty good. His stats were kind of borderline, but each of the following years, Andre Dawson's hovered around like the 55-60% mark, which was pretty good, and his numbers for the Hall of Fame, like, votes continue to grow and grow. And 2010, Andre Dawson got into the Hall of Fame on his 9th try. He had 76% of the vote. That's more than enough. You need 75%. And Andre Dawson became the second player in the Baseball Hall of Fame to wear an Expos hat. And he's still involved in baseball. He's like a special assistant to the Miami Marlins. He's the Hawk. That's his nickname. He had a great career and stuff, and he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. And his numbers are compared to other greats. It ranks right up there. And that's about it on Andre Dawson. And that's about it on the person on this blogs for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. No more Daily Motion for 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about my review on WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Challenge between the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, title versus title. Tell you about the review of WrestleMania 6, which is 20 times more better than WrestleMania 5. I told you, I'd much rather see a leg contest between Julie Brodin and Heidi Pratt than watching WrestleMania 5. I'm doubling up on the personality profiles tomorrow for like Montreal Expos and Montreal Canadiens players due to like early in the week I can get some of these video blogs taken out for you. Those ones will be about Guy Lafleur, the Flower, and Tim The Rock Reigns. Friday, going to be doubling up again on WrestleMania reviews. I'm going to review WrestleMania 7 and WrestleMania 8. The personality profile will be Jacques Plant. And on Saturday will be the review of WrestleMania 9. And then doubling up on the personality profiles one more time for Montreal Expos and Montreal Canadiens. It will be about Jeff Reardon and Larry Robinson. And next week, I'll be back on the regular schedule with adding a third video subject about sporting stuff or any other stuff this week. I missed last week. And coming soon, April 1st, will be my 2015 Major League Baseball previews. Have a good night, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. See you tomorrow.